So now we can say that 1/2 of 1/3 is equal to 1/6. Okay, or 1/2 times 1/3 is equal to 1/6. Okay. And you may notice right now that, well, yeah, I just multiply the bottoms and I multiply the tops. That's kind of how we do it. But today we want to have a good visual of, what's going on when we do that. Okay, let's look at the next one. 1/2 of the grade 8 students tried out for the school lacrosse team. 3/4 of these students were successful. How many made the team? Okay. So let's again, we'll use just a little grid to represent our students. Okay. And if we say 1/2 of the grade 8s tried out for the lacrosse team, let's split us down the middle. Okay. So to start with, we can say, okay, 1/2 has tried out, so let's fill in bottom here. So this whole thing represents 1/2. Okay. And it says 3/4 of these students were successful. Okay, so let's take our same grid and let's split this into quarters. Okay. So basically we want to take this half, so the bottom section, and we want to take 3/4 of that. So let's write out our sentence. This is saying 3/4 of 1/2, okay, which is the same as saying 3/4 times 1/2. What does that equal? Okay. So what we can do is you can take your shaded part and you can just shade over 3/4. And this section here that's been kind of shaded over twice, that is our answer. And we notice we have 1, 2, 3. And now our total, instead of quarters, we have 4 on top, 4 on the bottom. So it's 3 out of 8. So 3/8 of the total grade 8 population would have made the team. Okay, so translate that into our sentence here. Okay, how many made the team? Okay, and this is kind of a weird one. It doesn't give us we don't know how many grade 8 students are, so we don't know the actual number, but we can say that 3/8 of the grade 8 students made the team. Okay. So last one. If we're just given a problem, 2 fractions, we want to multiply them together. This grid system is a great way to figure that out. Okay, so what we can do is make ourselves a grid, okay, and then we're going to split it up. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you go, but usually the one with less. Let's split this side into thirds, so the long way into thirds. Okay, and 8s we got to go more, so let's go with 8s. We can go half. Split those in half. Split those in half. So just a good way to make a good, quick, easy grid. Okay. And now let's put a couple colors to it. Make this a little bigger so I can shade a bigger area. So first one, 7/8. Let's notice that this is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You can say like the whole thing is 1, right? And then it's 7/8 of 1. Okay, so we're going to shade in 7 of the 7/8. Okay. So in this section. Okay. So this represents our 7/8. Okay. And we want to take 2/3 of the 7/8. Okay. So notice that, let's see what it looks like if I do 2 colors here. So notice that this is 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So if I want to color in 2/3 of that, let's see what it looks like if I combine. And that's going to be this section here. Okay. Kind of makes an ugly color. But let's see what we have. Okay. So now we got to figure out how many total squares we have. Well, we can go 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 times 8 is 24. So we have 24 squares. And how many did we highlight? Well, we did 2 times 7. Okay, 2 times 7 is 14 24ths. Okay, now we notice that we can reduce this number. We can divide both by 2. So we're going to get 7 12ths. And that's our answer there. Okay. And again, you may notice if we look back at our original question, okay, we can multiply across, right? And we get 7 times 2 is 14 24ths, and then reduce 7 12ths. But it's good to understand that visual of what is going on. Okay, so give you guys a chance, try out these ones, and then in your textbook you can try out 5, 6, and 8 quickly, and then we'll have a second part for just some different models that we can use as well.